All right, welcome everyone back for another Connect to the Spirit of Your Business. This is going to be another masterclass for all of us here. Um, I started to really go public with this last year. I've been teaching it for years, but I always kept this topic behind closed doors of my masterminds or my business schools or my portals and my libraries. And as I'm heading down the publishing pathway and the publishing journey, I realized because a whole chapter of the book is dedicated to this theme and this topic. I just realized I'm like, I need to get this out more. This needs to be in the arena where women are connecting and talking about business. I need to get this out on the map. I feel like I don't know about you guys, but I'm in these industries. I've been in this industry for 10 years. I've really never heard someone else talking about this. So when that happens, I'm like, I need to put that on the map. I need to put my flag down in this. And I want to become known for this. This is one of the topics I really want people to go like, oh, she talks about connecting with the spirit of your business because it is that powerful. And I believe it's the next era of business as well. That is what the subtitle of my book is about as well. It is the title of the book is Launch Your Light. And the subtitle is The Next Era of Soul-Led Business, Income, and Impact. This is huge. So, what I'm laying down here for you today, and what you're going to start receiving now, and what I want to get out to the world is a new era of how to work with your business. And this is one of the most powerful and important things you can learn. All right. So, if this is your first class with me, hello, welcome. I am Jayme Gray, and I've been in the field doing this for over a decade, specifically helping women from the strategic to the energetic side of their businesses. I don't believe it's this or this. Over the years, I had seen so many, masculine bro marketing, like the masculine side of business that we have only seen for decades. And then it did go feminine. And then we had a lot of like flowy and creative feminine aspects of business. And those are beautiful too. What I do is I actually bring both of these together. I believe that we can build out the back end and front end of our businesses on a spiritual and soulful level and a strategic and material level. I love flowing in between both of those worlds. So that's what I do in all of my work. That's what I do in all of my courses. Okay. And this topic means so much to me, the connecting to the spirit of your business. Because when things started really going big online, like back in, do you guys remember like 2016, 17, 18, when people were just showing up more online? There were master classes, there were lives, people were streaming live, there were streaming service, all these things. And it started to get noisy. And it's funny because saying that now is like, now it's really noisy. Now it's really noisy out there. But back then, it was just starting to get noisy. Do you remember that? And a lot of people were coming out, which is great because we needed an explosion of people who weren't like the big top names in these industries doing the thing, teaching others, guiding and leading others. So I started to go within, and I'm a druid, I'm a practicing druid. And we believe, and druidry is the ancient spirituality, nature spirituality of Celtic lands. Right. So I've been studying that for years. And one of the things we believe in Druidry is that everything has its own energy and own spirit. The rock has a spirit. The tree has a spirit. The land you're on has a spirit. Your house has a spirit. So I'm studying deep in that, and I'm doing all of this. People are coming to me naturally for soul purpose. That's one of the other things I teach. And they start, I'm doing soul purpose work with people and then adding in my spirituality into business. And one day while meditating, I just realized I had hit and connected with an energy that wasn't mine. And it wasn't of a god or an ascended master or a deity or any of that. And I started to realize it was still in my channel. And I started to put two and two together. And I was like, oh my God, my business has a spirit. Like, holy shit, it's got its own energy blueprint. It's got its own frequency. It's got its own mission. It's got its own purpose. And I just went into full mad scientist mode. So this was like 2018, really started getting 2019. And I spent like a whole year asking it every day. What is my next best move? What is the best thing for me to do today? So I just started to get into counsel with the spirit of my business and not listening to the noise and not listening to other things. So it was a very successful year for me. I don't need to go into those examples right now. I gave good examples on the first class I taught on this. And in the replay that I send you out today, I'll make sure the link to that call is in there too, because I go deeper into the spirit of your business. But today, I need to take this to another level because we've already done that big masterclass. I'm not going to keep coming in here and saying the same things over and over again. What wants to come through is all the other topics and themes of this umbrella of connect to the spirit of your business. And I see a lot of women feeling tired and burnt out right now. It is winter. We just said there is 3 feet of snow out there. Okay. So I'm gonna hold us and understand that this is winter. We're still in Imbolc. We are in the time before spring. I'm not trying to push anyone into the fire year, into the fire horse year, and into the spring energy. We're not there yet. We literally have a month left. What's today? What's today, the 24th? Yeah, we've got a month left of this before we can even celebrate the wheel of the year turning again. Also, this rainbow that just keeps following around my face for this whole call, we're just going to leave it. We're going to leave it. So, but besides the winter energy, a lot of people are burnt out. A lot of women are exhausted. And I think a lot of people need soul rest. But besides the soul rest, what can we do on an energetic level to protect our energy, to protect our channels, to protect this union we have with the spirit of our business? I'm going to teach you that today. Okay. So before we dive in, I want to say right away, this is not going to be a strategy class. This is not a sales page class. This is not a funnel class. Go into my business school if you want all of that. We don't need more fixing, more pushing harder. We feel enough of that. This class today is about energetic leadership. All right. It's about understanding that we are women with ideas and vision, sensitivity, intuition, and a deep sense of purpose. You are a channel. And if you even want to think of the spirit of your business being its own channel that you can tune into, that you can turn into, then you do that. If that's the visual that helps you right now, then take it and run with it. But I am reminding you that you are a channel, that you are a creative channel. And what I mean by that is you are your own pathway, some people like to think of it as a tube. Some people like to think of it as a ray of light. Notice what feels the best for you, what visually comes to mind, or what you sense in your body feels right. And this is how divinity works with us. This is how the higher realms work with us. These channels, we are the bridge between heaven and earth. And women, we are powerful. We are powerful with these channels. But if we don't know how to protect them, use them, contain them, it can get really chaotic. We'll talk about some of that chaos today and some of that burnout and some of that exhaustion or pain or boredom, whatever. But you are here to receive information, to receive divine information, and to bring it through your body and bring it to life on the planet. This is in my book. I am so serious about this. I wrote a book about it. I have courses dedicated to this. All right. So many women come to me thinking they're overwhelmed because they're doing too much. If you're in America, listen, there's some truth to that. Okay. We're doing a lot. And now with the explosion of AI and other systems, we have a chance to even pump out more and push out more. But I want to remind you that that's usually not always the truth for people. Most women are burnt out because I believe their channels are open but untrained, or it's leaking, or everyone else is coming in on it, coming into it, taking from it. And I'm talking people you love, your clients, your friends, right? If our energy field is porous, we will feel this. This will happen. There will be leakage. Everything is running through your body instead of through your business. This is what we're going to learn today. I'm going to teach you how to have your ideas, your clients, family unplug from you and into somewhere else. So let that land. Are you the one? Are you the battery pack? I want you to answer that in your world right now. Are you the battery pack in your home? In your business? Everywhere? Think of all the places where you are the battery pack. So today I'm going to share with you the 5 reasons why learning to connect to the spirit of your business and how to protect your channel isn't just optional, it's foundational for your business. Core reframe here. All right? I'm just going to recap this and then we'll get into the 5 reasons. Your business is a channel. So you are a channel and your business is a channel. Your business is not something you manage. I'm going to say a bunch of things that you do not hear in business right now, okay? Because we think of our businesses as these like inanimate objects or just a brand or a logo. You know what I mean? Or something online. That is dead. That's not alive. I'm going to teach you how your business is alive. Your business is something you can channel. It is a live entity. I know some people get freaked out with the word entity. It just means it's something that's alive. It has its own blueprint. It has its own vibration, which means its own frequency. It has a reason. And the best part about this is it has chosen you. It has chosen you, not the other way around. It is looking for the best match on the planet who will deliver and create the things that need to be made. Are you following me? It has chosen you. And that piece is what's missing across women in business. Because we are catching up. We are catching up on the last 4,000 years of men owning businesses and being in charge of the patriarchy, right? 50 years ago, we were finally legally allowed to open our own bank accounts and lines of credit. I mean, okay, it's not been that long. And we're catching up, and we've got a lot of work to do and healing to do here. This call isn't about that. I have a course called The Embodied Entrepreneur, covering the top blocks female entrepreneurs face. I don't have time to talk about that right now, but you can go explore that over there. But your business is something that is alive. It is needed on the planet because people need what it's offering. People need what you're offering. They are praying. They are meditating on. They are dreaming on the solution that your business offers. This is your right. This is your time to get your business and your work out into the world. So let's zip it up in this call today so you feel stronger and are more clear and have more energy to take this out into the world. All right? Your ideas are not random thoughts. This is another one. I have a whole nother book coming out about this. This will probably be my second book, The Idea Incubator. They are living intelligences. They are creative forces that move through your body. They're coming to you to come through you. This is the divine creatrix archetype work that we all have the ability to embody on the planet. And in my entire experience of doing this, it only gets stronger. It only gets more clear. It gets faster. And you get really clear about what you're saying yes and no to. So you are not meant to be the container for all of these things, though. You're meant to be the conduit. And I want you to sit there right now and say, am I holding all this? Am I the one holding my business, or is my business holding me right now? Am I holding and juggling all these ideas and all these offers? Or is the business holding that and I step in and know what to do when? This is a collaboration with the spirit of your business. This is a co-creation. I'm not saying that it has this hierarchy over you or it's more worthy than you. I'm saying it's a match. You're a match. Right? You each have your own part to do. And this is where I believe, our ideas are not our own. It's not like, oh, I had this great idea. No, this great idea came to me. It chose me. It said, you know what? She's actually doing some shit down there. Let's line up on her pipeline. Let's see if this comes through. Right? So when this is misunderstood, women carry too much. Emotionally, energetically, creatively, and eventually the body says no. And the body will say no through sickness, disease, burnout, discomfort, pain, autoimmune disease. I could go on because we all know it. All right. So let's dive into reason number one. I want you to have all 5 of these reasons. Reason number one, you're not meant to be the power source. Write that down. I am not meant to be the power source. I'm not really meant to be the power source of my family and my home. I'm not meant to be the power source of this business. Think of like a battery pack, a generator you got to plug in. Now, in human design, the generators in here will have a hard time with that. They'll go, what do you mean? I am the power source. Yes, we are. But can you for a minute think that your business has its own power source and your home and your house, the land you live on, has its own power source? Could you release some of the control to those spaces and places that can actually hold you? Because then you got to get real clear with yourself. Are you someone who wants that control, that tight grip on everyone and everything around you? We have to start releasing the reins to that so that we can open up to actually receive more as a divine channel. So this is the first and biggest reason. You're not meant to be the power source. Here's the thing. Got to check in here right now. Checklist. If your clients, your students, your audience, and your leads are energetically plugged into you, you will burn out. Period. By the end of this call, we'll do an activity together to unplug. Okay. I'm not doing it right now. I want to get through these 5 reasons and then we'll go into that. You got to get clear what and who's plugged into you. If your clients and your students and your kids and your audience, I mean, your kids, it's really hard if you have kids, but you know what I mean. If they're all plugged into you, you're going to feel drained after sessions, emotionally responsible for people's outcomes. Like people are pulling on you constantly, literally, energetically, or physically. Like you're on all the time. No amount of boundaries or time off can fix this. What's meant to happen is this. People are meant to plug into the spirit of your business. Can you let your business hold you and hold this? Not your nervous system. I want you to journal later today, or you can even just sit and journal right now as I'm talking. I'm fine with that. How many plugs do you think you have connected to you right now? Think of all your private clients or any students you have. I don't know what your business is, so you've got to translate that into your work. How many plugs do you have connected to you within your family, within your kids? And then add that up. Maybe it's 87, maybe it's 35. I don't know. Sounds exhausting, right? Your business is the energetic container. Your body is not the battery. You can just repeat that to yourself. I am not the battery. I am not the battery here. I am more than a battery. I am more than a fucking battery for my kids, for my clients. And listen, if you're like, I put boundaries up about that. I'm already done with that. As you evolve, your boundaries need to as well. Boundaries that you set 5 years ago don't work anymore, do they? Nope. As we grow and evolve and change, your boundaries need to as well. I would say get into a habit of setting up boundaries around this in your business like every year. Every year, get really clear. Like recently, one of my boundaries I was just putting up and I was just sitting there because I'm about to launch the book. I'm going into publication this spring. And I have to make sure my whole business is zipped up, right? From funnels to customer journeys to pathways to opt-in, zipped up. Sales pages got to be right. Forms got to be right. The back end, that's all the front end. The back end better look good. The courses, the classes, the school, the way I take care of people behind the scenes, right? So I had to really get clear. I had to organize that all up and I still am. But I also had to say, you know what? client calls that were going on for too long, I have to zip that up and say, sorry, no, you have me for 60 minutes. That's it. Not going on and on. I need to zip that up. If more people come in, I'm not going to have time or energy for more people, right? I also was a bit more available for like voice texting. I pulled that back. That's not part of the plan that people are signing up for. That's not part of the offer. So I'm putting up a boundary of that so people don't expect me to be available all the time, 5 days a week, 9 to 5 in voice memo coaching. I'm not a voice memo coach. There are people who do that and design their whole business around it, and it's gorgeous. It also costs $600 to $1,200 a month for that, right? I'm not charging those numbers. These are the little things where I had to say, what's porous here? What's leaking out? What do I really need to get clear about? I also had to bump up my private sessions to being the highest offer with me, the most intimate offer with me. If I have more people coming in at the rate I'm charging now, I will burn out within the first 6 months after publishing that book. I don't want that. So I had my mastermind be the next level access to me. And then you can get privates with me. The first level access is in the school, and they get me as collectively as a class on Fridays. It's brilliant. Everyone can come on. Right? So these were little rearrangements and boundaries I had to put up. I'm inviting you to do that today. I know you probably did it around the new year. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you did it last year. I'm inviting you to do this regularly because we are walking into a new era. We are walking into a new time. The astrological transits back this up. Human design energy and loads of other mystics and psychics around the world have been backing up that we are walking into a new earth. We are walking into a new world. This is a good time to get clear about that. All right. When you learn how to consciously connect to the spirit of your business, you can energetically reroute people out of your personal field and into the business itself. And the relief is immediate. I want you right now, anyone who I know, we're all women in business here, think about all the people you actually service. Especially those of you that are like I'm thinking about my clients that own a gym on here, right? Or my body worker clients, right? Like literally physically, tangibly touching people. Are they all over your energy field? Are they what you're thinking about all day when you go home? And for those of us that are meeting with people online all the time, and it's coming right into your home, right into your home, right into your home. What are the energetic boundaries we have around that? All right, let's go into reason 2. Without a clear channel, you absorb everyone else's noise. The second reason here is about signal versus noise. When you're intuitive, empathic, sensitive, or energetically open, and you don't have a clear channel, you absorb everything. Client fear, audience projections, trends, urgency, comparison, collective anxiety, all of it. And then we're sitting there wondering, is this my intuition? Is this my guidance? Is this my idea? Wait, whose is this? Am I feeling overwhelmed? Any other empaths in here? I can feel when someone else has anxiety around me. Like I realized this the other day with a girlfriend. I mean, I've been doing this for years, but I think we all need to be reminded of this because I was so good about like clearing my field and clearing my body. And I woke up one day and I realized I was like, oh, what is this like rock in my stomach? I was like, is this mine? I was like, no, this isn't mine. I'm like, wow, I haven't felt this in a while. Boom, first red flag. My channel is not clear. I've let another energy in. And I was sitting there and I was like, oh my God, I think this is my friend's. And it wasn't even bad. But I was like, shit, this wasn't mine. And sure enough, it was hers. And I could feel it. Once I saw it and could feel it, I realized it. I named it. And I cleared that right out of me. And then I had to go up and do some patchwork and go, where did I let this in? Where did I walk this right in? Where do I have a leak somewhere in my energy field? And how many people are plugged into me right now? So I had to go and do some work. And sometimes it could be quick and do it in moments. And sometimes it takes a few days to patch that up. Right? So that's just one example of how this looks. So connecting to the spirit of your business gives you a distinct frequency to listen to. I want you to get clear about this right now for yourself. What is the frequency of your business? Jot down a few ideas. What is the vibration of your business? Is she calm? Is she ecstatic? Is she wild? Is she very grounded and clear? The spirit of your business, what is the vibration it gives off? Because I want you to become very aware of this. So when it's calling you, when it's connecting with you, you're like, oh, yes, this is clearly the spirit of my business. What colors does it represent? Is it ocean blues and sand? Is it bright yellow or hot pink and neon green? Is it black and white with splashes of red? What is, and this is when you can say, like, yeah, it should be what your brand is. But however, that may sound obvious right now, but some people may be trying to have brand colors and it just won't land. And then they connect to the spirit of the business and are like, oh, that's the color for it. And then they change their branding up and it works. Okay. So get really clear. Also, for those of you that are clairaudient, what's the sound your business makes? What's the sound and sense of your business? So I want you to help you clear the signal here. How will you know moving forward? Because I can't tell you what the sound and the look and the feel and the vibe of your business. If you want to pay me to channel your business, yeah, sure, we can do that. But you don't need that. You got that. You're a creatrix. You connect with that on your own. You have to get clear about the way she senses you, the way she calls you. And it may not be she. You may not feel, and you just may feel like an omnipresent energy. It may not be, it may be genderless. It may be masculine. It depends on the spirit of your business and what's coming to you. It may feel like unicorn, rainbow, transparent, translucent light pouring down on you. It may feel like a grandmother energy. It may feel like the great mother. I don't know. You got to get clear about it. So instead of reacting to noise, I want you to receive direction. I am giving you a challenge for the next 30 days. And if you really want to go there for the next 90 days, can you connect to the spirit of your business every day before you wake up? Or whenever your time is. If you're someone who does more of their ceremonial or ritual time at night because everyone's asleep, so be it. Do it then. If you're someone who feels really, you like to feel when you wake up and don't grab your phone first thing or don't turn on the TV, I don't know what you do. If you want to have the morning be your creative time, connect with the spirit of your business every day for 30 days. If you want to do it 90 days, if you want to do what I did, go for a year. It will tell you what to do. Sometimes it will say, go call that lead. Go have a conversation with your girlfriend over there. Start working on your taxes. You know, it might not actually give you the answer you're looking for. It may be really stern and serious with you. It may say, hey, let's tackle some of this to-do list so you can breathe again. All right. All right. That for without a clear channel, you absorb everyone else's noise. I also want you to get so clear for the last thing here on this one. What is other people's noise? Because we've got a lot on social media. We've got a lot just connected to our phones. I think the 2024 stats were 1 billion bits of information are being uploaded to the internet every day. 1 billion bits of information. So posts, blog, videos, 1 billion bits of information are being uploaded to the internet every day. That is some wild shit. I'm guessing it's more at this point in 2026. So you got to get clear on, are you getting trapped in other people's noise or not? What I'm doing for this is we're finishing up the distraction detox. I created Mind Your Business. It's a 28-day distraction detox, and everyone gets to choose what they want to clear up their distraction for a month. I chose no scrolling. So I can go on, I can check my notifications, I can post, I can create, but I cannot scroll. It cannot be the first thing I touch in the morning, and it cannot be the last thing I touch at night. What do you need to do? How are you going to calm down the noise of the conscious collective? Let me see what she's saying. Ashley said, what is other people's noise? This is such a potent question, especially with what's available in the world today. Do you want to come off mute and speak that out, Ashley?
I feel like you just kind of spoke to it. It's just like with social media and what you can just access on the screen, I feel like it's very easy to be influenced or imprinted or programmed or conditioned within like nanoseconds. So like um yeah, I need to work on that because I can get really fired up like when I see something I resonate with, but is that like mine or is that just something that I resonate with? So that's, I feel like a good question for me to
This is
sit with.
great because we just did your human design, LOL. So I know that she's a manifesting generator now. So for those of us that are generators, we are here to respond. So to see something, read something, hear something, and we respond and we're activated, that is our natural way. But what I want to come to is what I call imprints. And you just said it too. Think of everything you're receiving when you look at your phone, every post you look at, everything, every blog post you read, every podcast you're listening. Those are all imprints. And I want to give a good example. Oh wait, let me just see what Lisa said too, because she was saying, I feel that Ashley, nanoseconds is likely very accurate. And Lexi said, I agree as well. So let me give you a good story, a quick story on how that works. When I was reading the book, and I said this to you while I saw you last week. When I was writing the book, guys, I could not read anyone's book. I'm an avid reader. I've got stacks of books next to me at all times. I could not read. I couldn't read fantasy. I couldn't read business. I couldn't read spirituality. I could not because it would warp my channel. It would be taking in other stuff. So I went on a pause. That's a quick story, guys. Translate that into your life. What are you trying to do right now? So, like Ashley, I know what you're trying to do right now. And like, can I just say it real quick? Like, well, we'll help you on Friday's call, go deeper with this and stuff. You know, you're coming out with a wild school in your area. It may be very inspirational to be seeing what other people are doing in the country. You're looking up War Dolphin, Wild School, and Nature School. And I would be looking up all those hashtags. I'd be buying a million books, right? But when does it go over inspiration and become what's the word? A block. We all need to get clear within this. Now, some people in their industries, they have to block people, not block. They have to mute people. They have to unfollow people. If you are seeing something that someone's doing and it is stopping you from doing what you need to do, it's time to mute them. It's time to unfollow them. It's time for a distraction detox, right? Lexi just said, Jayme, you literally helped me unblock that last week. Yeah, right? And I will remind you, all of what we're seeing may not be face value or truth, right? So we're seeing the front presenting things of the world. People are putting out the best of the best. They're not putting out their shit. They're not airing out their shit and being honest and being open. You know, Ashley said, I actually follow a lot of people on IG who follow 0 accounts. Brilliant. You look at those things, you're like, they follow no one. Right. They're not going on there and getting stuck in a time warp. And it is that. You look up from your phone 45 minutes later. You thought you went on there to post about something exciting. You go down the hole. You're there for 45 minutes to 90 minutes. Now you come off that. You didn't post and now you're exhausted. We've all been there. We all know that. So who is going to stop that? Because look, the spirit of your business can keep coming to you, but you're the human on planet Earth. You're the one that actually has to do the doing, has to be and then do and create. It's okay to put up blinders. And I'm not saying don't know what's going on in the world. Like, yeah, be educated, be aware. But the blinders is what I'm saying is like the boundary of like, I had to put up some serious boundaries when I was writing this book. Yeah, thousands of people are going to read this book. Hopefully, hundreds of thousands of people are going to read this book. It matters. I needed to get it out. And if I was reading this book, it would have been a madhouse. All right. So I hope that helps everyone with the imprint and the distraction, right? And the what we're taking in and the noise, because it is getting noisier. I hate to break it to you. It's just going to get noisier. Okay, let's go into reason 3. Your ideas need a container, not just inspiration. So this number 3 is for my multi-passionate woman. Where are my multi-passionate ladies, my creatrixes? Sorry, guys, I'm still getting over that. Ashley, I still have this cough. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Still coughing. Definitely had a respiratory infection and just, didn't go anywhere about it. Can you repeat that? The multi-passionate thing? Yeah, I'm about to say it right now. Oh, number 3. Your ideas need a container, not just inspiration. So this goes off of what we were just saying. You can be inspired, and then like, where does it go? What are you doing with it? Where is it landing? And if it doesn't have a container, then you're holding it all. And then you're overwhelmed, right? We've all been there. We're like, like it's almost like it's just like too much in your body, in your field, right? And you're holding too much. It needs a container. So this is for the multi-passionate woman. My disclaimer here is that the creatrix, like this is what I call the creatrix, is that we're not just here for one thing. We're here to be an open vessel, an open channel to birth ideas onto the planet, to receive it from divinity, from source, creation, God, whatever you're into, whatever you call it, that omnipresent source of life-giving power and presence. It's giving you information, right? As it comes down from source, it starts to have its own blueprint, its own frequency, its own energy, its own purpose, and what it's here to do. And then it starts matching up and finding humans like us that are vibrating at the same frequency. Or, I believe, you have a pre-birth sacred contract you go into with this thing. For example, I believe, I'm not trying to fuck with people's beliefs here, but this is what I believe. I was destined to write this book. This book and me decided pre-birth that this would happen. And it said, we're going to give her all of these life experiences. So she eventually, maybe hopefully, right, goes into and births this thing. Is it exact? Is it ever perfect? I don't believe in any of that. There's a lot of free will down here on planet Earth. But I was like 7 years old knowing I was going to write books, right? So I've always had this in the back of my head. I've always had that with me, right? And now here we are. I'm 40 years old and I'm about to publish one of possibly 8 that I can feel up the freaking pipeline that want to come out of me. Okay. So and that's just the books. That's not including, I have literally run mystery schools, yoga teacher, body work. Then I went into soul purpose and business. Just the business school alone has 20 courses right now, 220 supporting business classes. This doesn't include the Wild Moon Society, the New Earth Illuminators, Earth Guardian Mastery, the things I have done for years, right? So I am a perfect example, a walking example of an idea comes to me and I bring it through my entire channel. This is what I teach in the Idea Incubator. It's a whole course in the business school if you want it. And I bring this through me and I bring it onto the planet. This is powerful work. This is the work of the creatrix. And a lot of women get caught up here. Like, oh, I've got a million ideas. Yes. That's not going to stop. You're here for those millions of ideas. You're here to birth the millions of ideas. Now listen, not a million of them. There's a lot that you need to just let go. There's a lot that you need to bring to life, and there's a lot that you need to maybe shelf or put on the back burner. Or maybe put it in a container, like what I'm saying here, right? So I want you to think of this. Each of your ideas have their own energetic blueprint too. It's not just the spirit of your business, it's the ideas that come to you as well, right? So you need to get clear about them. You need to get clear. Is this for me or is this for someone else? Now, I'm a business coach. So I channel when I'm having a private session with my clients, their ideas come to me. And I just say, hey, this just popped in. This is yours. I full free right away. I let them know. And any of my privates can say this. Like when I am channeling on a call with my clients, it is none of my stuff. It is none of my business. It's their business. If an idea popped in, well, a client's on a call with me, that's theirs. And I literally say, hey, this dropped in, take it and run with it. I don't care what you do with it. So what's the container? Great question. Okay, the spirit of the business is the umbrella, the channel, and each of them has its own. So I just want to differentiate this real quick. You have the umbrella, okay? That is usually the spirit of your business. We say the umbrella because you can also think of that as like your umbrella LLC. Like your LLC is the umbrella, and then you can have different creations and different things in it, right? And then within that, ideas come to you. They all have their own energy. And that may be wild to hear, but this is how powerful you are, right? This is how powerful you are. So ideas are living energies, and I really want to drive that home. When they come through without a container, they don't just disappear. They pile up. They pull on you. They fragment your focus. They create pressure. This is where women say, I have too many ideas and I don't know what to do with them. That's not failure. That's capacity without structure. The spirit of your business is the gatekeeper for ideas. So we're starting to talk about the container. I want you to think of this as a filter. Think of the spirit of your business as a filter that you can use to filter the ideas coming to you and through you. Does this make sense, everyone? Right? You're using that umbrella as a filter. Because here's the thing, because we're an open channel, ideas are going to come in, right? So we need a divine filter to help us. That is step one to the container. Because if not, then you're just taking in all these ideas and you might realize within a year that 20 of those ideas you had, you did nothing with. It was kind of like not meant for you and it didn't need to be done. And you can help release them, right? The spirit of your business knows what's for now, what's for later, what's not yours, and what's ready to be incubated. I'm going to say those again because I want you to filter out this. And this is where, when we're talking about container, you now have to ask yourself how you operate. Are you a pen and paper lady? Like, I'm a pen and paper lady. Are you a digital lady? Do you like to have, Trello boards and all these idea boards? Are you a visual person and you want to go on Canva and write down all these brand boards, or maybe make a vision board for what this looks like, or an idea board? Or on Canva, you can also do the maps. You can do all different types of graphs and maps. Another container for this is your offer suite. If you are a woman who has enough offers, and when I say offer suite, you know what I'm talking about, you can sit down and look at your offer suite and say, what are my ascending offers? What are my intro level offers? What are my ascending offers? What is my signature offer? What are the higher level, more intimate offers I have with people? And then where do these ideas fit in there? That may be the container that works best for you. Are you someone who's like too busy for that? And you're like, I use the notes app in my phone and I need to write down and just contain the ideas that are coming through and organize it. Another container that I teach is the seasonal strategy session planning. We do it every season. So the next one coming up is for everyone in the school. The next one coming up is for spring, the spring equinox. I teach you to organize your ideas by season. It's brilliant. You match up your business and all of the needs that you're meeting in your clientele and in your audience, right? And with all of the people that come to you for your offers, you match up your ideas by the seasons of the needs that you are responding to, that you are creating a solution to. I know that can be confusing, but oh my God, when you break that down, you will not be creating new things all the time, like piecing things together. You'll start to say, spring for my business is this. Summer for my business is this. In fall in my business, we do this. In winter, I do this. I have a few classes in the library portal about that. Real quick, let me see what Laura's saying. Wait, what were the questions to ask with the ideas? If this is for me, if this is, and going to repeat them. Okay. Thank you, Laura, keeping me on track. Wink, wink. Okay. Questions are, what's for now? Which of these ideas are for now? 2, what's for later? 3, what's not yours? Give it away. You can give it to someone. You can literally be like, I have a great idea. Give it to someone. This just popped in. Use it. I don't need it, but I think you could have it, right? Or just release it. I release it back out. Let someone else do it. And then don't be pissed when you see someone else doing that idea, because the idea needs to be born. That's another thing. If you sit on your ideas too long, it will find someone who's going to do the damn thing. It has a contract to be born on the planet. It has a contract to be made, because again, people are needing the thing. It is a match for the needs of the people on the planet. And it's looking for people to make it. We're stewards. We're guides. Last one. What's ready to be incubated? And I use the word incubator because it has to go through the divine realms all the way to the material realms. That is a descent into material form on the planet. That's why I have the idea incubator. That's why that will be my next book. It's that important. And I can't explain that all to you right now. It's an entire course, right? But just knowing which one needs to be incubated. Going back to the season thing real quick, because you might be hearing this right now. You might be like, shit, I have an idea that I need to work on right now. I know it's now. I know it's mine. I know it's not for later. And I need to move with this. Well, we're walking into spring. Great. What can the 3 months of spring be for your brand, for your business? This can be your launch calendar. This can be the only sales focus you have for 3 months. You get what I'm saying? This can be your theme of marketing for 3 months. This helps us as women not feel all over the place. This helps us stay organized, contained. This is the container. Let me see. She said, sometimes this is lovely, Jayme. Have to sign off looking for the recording. It is all being recorded and I will get it out to you in a few hours. Thank you so much for joining us. I love your style, by the way. Okay. So, okay. The seasons. Like, for example, my spring season is all about the idea incubator coming up. I didn't choose it for it to be that. Springtime comes, light comes to the planet. Everything's blooming, things are melting, things are coming back to life. And what starts happening to humans? Ideas start popping in because you're thawing. Your energy's thawing. You want to go out a little bit more. We're starting to show skin a little bit more. Sun is touching our skin more, just like it's touching the soil more. We're coming back towards the sun in our orbit. Ideas start to come through. People get mad ideas in spring. So I created my entire course to operate around spring, the idea incubator, right? How to choose an idea and get clear about the best idea for you and bring it through your entire body, all of the centers of your body until it's birthed on the planet. And now I have a big thing coming out for that this year. Then summer comes and I head right into the embodied entrepreneur. It's my healing course because I believe the depths of summer and the Cancerian waters. Hello. The Cancerian waters of summer are really healing. But there's also a lot of light in summer and a lot of things get exposed. Your shit gets exposed, behaviors get exposed, blowouts happen. Big demonstrations happen on the streets. Shit, there's a lot of light coming to it. Summer can be very intense. So I use that as people being so open and the waters, the cleansing waters, and then the heat of the summer and then the light of Leo to say, let's do some healing work. So I do my embodied entrepreneur. Then fall comes and I go right into back to biz, right? And beyond the blueprint and going into the back end and the front end, build out the structure energetically and strategically of your business. People want to come back to biz. They want to come back to strategy because it's a back to school energy. Do you get what I'm saying? Now I want you to take that. And then winter, I'm a mystic, right? I'm a psychic. So I use that as a time to go within. It's a very creative time for me. Right? And I usually want to have all of December off. So what does your seasons look like? What does your seasonal map look like? What does your year map? Again, I'm going to move on, but I've got a whole course in the library on that if you want it. All right, let's go into, let me just say the last bit. Without the relationship, ideas drain you rather than serve you. So I gave you a good example of containers. I'm not one to tell you it's exactly this because we are so different as women. I need you to get clear on what would be the best container for you to start organizing and filtering your ideas, okay? Reason 4, if you don't define the energy of your business, others will. Oh, this one is so triggering. This one is subtle but powerful. If you don't consciously anchor the energy of your business, it gets shaped by default, by clients, by algorithms, by money pressure, by urgency culture. Ugh, it's just so gross. And that's when women start saying, this doesn't feel like me anymore. I feel resentful. I feel overextended. And most women actually can't identify that within themselves. It comes out after therapy or coaching and, sitting with that a lot, but they feel it. They're feeling those things. So the spirit of your business holds the value, the pace, the boundaries, and the integrity of the work. Connecting to it is how you protect the soul of what you're building. For example, I know this may be triggering to some people, and it's inspiring for others. This is why I didn't want to go trad publishing. There's a myriad of reasons I didn't want to go trad publishing, but one of them is that they get their entire house of, you get assigned editors, you get assigned this, but then it ends up being like 5 different people are changing up your book. They're fixing their book to how they want it to look. And I knew I would lose the spirit of my business if I went that route. If 5 to 6 different people were helping me write this and telling me they didn't want that, but they wanted this and they didn't like the name of it and they wanted that, and then if it took 2 more years after I gave them a fourth draft manuscript, I'd be over it. I'd be over it. I wouldn't want to do it. So I'm working with a self-publishing boutique, and all of her edits are suggestive. All of her opinions are suggestive. She's like, you don't have to take them. You have full rights of your book. And I like that. And it's me and her looking at it. That's it. And I can take or leave whatever she says to me. Right. So that's just a quick story to help say, like, where is this happening to you? Are you someone who's just letting your business to be defined by like current trends right now, or what your Uncle Bob is saying about business? You know what I mean? You got to get clear. Are you the one defining this? And is the spirit of your business defining this? Or are you letting someone else? Also, all the people that will, before you put up boundaries, you have a lot of people like commenting on your business or telling you what they think. Or maybe your aunts are telling you what they think, or your mom's telling you what they think, or your best friends. Sometimes they're the worst people to talk to. And I've made loads of videos and posts about this. Your friends and family sometimes are the worst people to talk to about this because they will talk you out of it, or they will tell you what they think. You know what I mean? And they're trying to keep you safe. They're trying to talk you out of that job with benefits and safety and security, even though it's all BS. And they don't want you to go off on your own and sell candles, right? They want you to stay safe. So you got to get really clear on who is defining the energy of your business. Also, is it the conscious collective? I remind clients on a regular basis, unplug from the conscious collective of 8 billion. You'd be mad to stay connected to that on a regular basis, especially if you're an intuitive, an energy sensitive, or an empath, right? And instead connect into what I call the band of light workers. There is a consciousness band around our planet of light workers, of people making and creating the new world that we're all leaning towards, that we're all heading towards. And maybe there's only a few million of them there. Connect into that. I did that live on week 7 of Beyond the Blueprint and set out a prayer that I wanted more connections of people in my audience and not in my audience, in my industry. And I wanted like more friends. I wanted more connections. I did this live on a call, and literally hours later, I'm on a detox. So when I go on Instagram or Facebook, I can only see like one post. Like that's it. Like I can't scroll, so I can see one. And it was this gorgeous woman talking about how how she was talking about how if you don't follow through on your soul purpose, you will get sick. Your body will get sick. It will reject the idea that you are rejecting your soul purpose. And I was like, oh my God. So I was like, commented on it. I was like, she is speaking truth right now. I teach soul purpose for a living. And then I submit that comment. I look below, and there's another woman saying, I teach soul purpose for a living. She is like hitting the nail on the head. And I was like, oh my God, who are you? So right away, boom, within hours of that, I'm hearing from this woman that I've never heard from, who's being interviewed with the microphone on a stage about soul purpose. And she's standing up and being badass, being like, illnesses and diseases and discomfort is coming from the fact that we are not getting behind our soul purpose on the planet. I was like, sister, preach. Yes. And then I find a woman in a comment. I go to her thing, and it was, I'll show you. Bahati Heart, a memoir about unmasking and becoming human again. She teaches soul purpose, and she teaches women to unmask. She just published her book in January on 1/1/1111. And I interviewed her on the podcast. Her episode's coming out. It was that fast. I said a prayer to the collective of light workers. And within hours, I was responded by 2 women who are doing what I'm doing, but in their own world and then their own thing. Within it, I immediately wrote to this woman. I was like, how can I just write to her and not sound like a psycho, but also not sound like I'm selling something? You know, when you get those messages, I'm like, and I was like, I don't even remember what I said, but I was just like, so me. I was just like, oh my God, like I just saw your comment on that other thing. And like, it looks like we do the same thing. And I just went to your profile. I would love to have you on the Launch Your Light podcast. And she said, yes. We interviewed within 4 days from that. Boom, 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 boom. She sent me this. She came out with a bunch of these. Right for this. She's a Capricorn. She's 51, I think. So she's like 10 years older than me. Lives in Chicago. She's just this gorgeous goddess. And then she started talking about how she was praying to Mary Magdalene to bring her more Sisters of the Rose. I was like, is this fucking happening? And like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Like, this is believable because this is connecting to the spirit of your business. This is connecting to, an entire network of other people here doing what we're here to do together to birth the new earth. All right? Okay. I got to move on. LOL. Reason number 5. This is the last one. Can't wait to not have this cough. Okay. Reason number 5. Some of you are meant to hold this channel for others. So this will not be for all of you. I am calling you all creatrixes. I am saying we are here for multi-passions. We are here for multiple ideas and multiple creations. And you should stop shitting on yourself. You should stop shoulding on yourself, I think is what some people saying. I should do this. I shouldn't do this. No, especially the manifesting generators in here. Oh my God, you guys are here to make leaps and bounds with ideas and go to this and then come back to this one, come back to this one. If people end up with whiplash in your life, it's none of your business. Tell them to put up their own damn blinders and focus on their own life. Anywho, coming back to this though, some of you are meant to hold this channel for others. This is what I do, but I'm not the only one here to do it. Loads of us are here for this. So some of you are not just here to run a business. Some of you are here to help midwife ideas, guide others through creation, hold energetic containers, teach people how to work with living ideas. This work is powerful, and power requires training, right? And understanding how to hold this space, channel hygiene, energetic responsibility, containment. This is an initiation, not a personality trait. And some of you feel that recognition right now. So I wanted you just to get clear, like, am I someone who's also here to help others birth these ideas on the planet? Help them with all their great ideas. Help other women get out of the space where they're losing their mind with all these ideas that are coming to them, or feeling completely overwhelmed that then they don't do anything. I call this analysis paralysis, right? If you feel that recognition, I will talk about this in a minute, but I want you to just notice that that's not accidental. It's not accidental that you're hearing this or you're on this call. So let's do that guided practice first that I was telling you about. Rerouting the channel. We're going to do a short practice together, feet on the ground, get your torso up tall. If you want to stand up, you can. I want you to close your eyes if that feels safe. And you can bring awareness into your body by breathing right into your heart. It's right there. It's the easiest thing to breathe into right away. And with every breath, I want you to expand your heart's energetic field. The Heart Math Institute is a whole field of science dedicated to the power of our hearts. And it explains that our heart's field can be energetically picked up on meter readings, right? Up to 6 feet out from the center of our heart, a 6-foot diameter around our body. I want you to breathe into that space now and really blast open any blocks, any stuck energy. And it's not anything that's going to hurt you or move anything too much. Just going to move some energy around, blast out 6 feet above you, 6 feet below you, move it. Use your breath to press anything out of you, anything that isn't yours. Let people know, your kids, everything, like, I am not available right now. And this will help you start opening up some space so that you can do the work we're about to do. So I want you to notice where your energy ends. So we're going to go above the head now, and the spirit of the business begins. Where does your energy end and the spirit of your business start? Feel into that now, above your head. Now, gently, without force, I want you to imagine all of the people plugged into your energy field, like your body, your energy field, your central nervous system, all your clients, all your leads, all the people online that follow you, anyone who's reading your blogs, listening to your podcast, watching your YouTube, all the networking groups you're in, all the meetups you go to, all of it. I want you to feel and sense or picture all of it. And we are going to one by one. This is where we're adding in the earth energy. The spirit of your business lives above you, but the container of your business can live in the earth. The container of your business can be hooked up to Gaia, to Mother Earth. Feel that open up under your feet now. I believe we all have our own personal earth gates, just like we have our own personal stargate. Your stargate is connected to source. Your earth gate is connected to the consciousness of this planet. Open that up and feel and sense your business under your feet. And now you are going to take every single person and thing plugged into you, and you are going to unplug it and plug it into the earth. Now, this may take a few minutes. Let it take time. Maybe you have 80 of them. Maybe it's just 30 of them. Maybe it's your kids. Maybe it's all the house stuff. Again, you could unplug all the kid stuff and the house stuff out of you and into Mama Earth, into the where like the spirit of the land that your house sits on, into the spirit of the household. So take your time finishing up. We're rerouting anyone who's coming to you, at you, for you, and you're plugging it into your business instead. Let your business hold them. And notice now, once you start plugging it in, that the business loves this energy. It feeds off it because it wants that symbiotic relationship. It wants the energy that people want to give you, but you're like, I can't take any more of this. Puts it into the ground like electricity, right? You're the conduit. You're not the battery. Unplug yourself from these people, these situations. And it could all be love. I'm telling you, I know it could all be love. But still, you're not a battery. Plug it into your business. Plug it into the ground, into the container of your business. I want you to feel this difference now. And I want you to see if your body can breathe again. Listen, you're also going to have to see if your ego's coming up. But they'll need me, but they want me. But will they want me anymore? But will they still come to me? But will they still pay me? Pay attention to all those ego voices coming up. And you're going to plug it into the ground and you're going to sit with the ego. You're going to sit with what voices come up. Because at the end of the day, it's actually better for everyone involved if people aren't plugged into you for your business. And instead they're plugged into the business. Okay, a little bit of integration here. Notice what shift. This is not imaginary. This is energetic architecture. And this is how I teach. This is what I teach. This is just as important as writing a sales page. This is just as important as your email list because it actually feels really abundant. If you can get to a place where you feel really abundant about this, meaning, can you feel energy surging your business right now without even you having to add to it? It's almost like I envision, I'm a seer. So I see like energy like this, like in my business. My business wants that. And people want that People want your energy, then they come to you and you're fucking dead. And then they're not getting what they want. They get pissed off. That shit is happening behind the scenes of your business, whether you realize it or not. Let's disrupt that pattern, create a new pattern, and plug this energy up into your business. So when they can feel it, they can feel the energy of your business and be supported in the ways they want. So here, what you experienced today isn't just insight. I really hope you had a shift here. I'm really big about having people feel shifts fast within my field. Shifts can take long too, but I I initiate people into shifts like this. This was a process. This was a repeatable system. You came here onto this call today and we learned a bunch of things. I saw a lot of people taking notes and getting clear and asking questions. Thank you so much for the energy you put in this call. Right? But this is a process. So this is not a one and done. For some of you, it really may feel like a one and done. I want you to actually have this be a repeatable system. Do you need to do this monthly for yourself? Do you need to do this weekly for yourself? Get clear about that. Connecting to the spirit of your business. Can you do that every day for a month? Can you do that every day for 90 days, for a year? What you're doing when you're connecting to the spirit of your business, you're just saying, what is the next best perfect step for me today? What is the project I need to work on today? How can I get another lead today? How can I work on getting a sign up today? How could we take our monthly reoccurring revenue and bump it up another few $1,000s? Get into counsel with this, right? And for anyone who felt that call, let me see, Laura said, and then you just go with the first idea you have. Yeah, whatever drops in, the answer will come in. You can sit there. The more you do it, Laura, the faster it goes. Like, I don't have to do any ceremonial stuff. I can just, boom, I'm connected to it within a second, faster than a second. But I've been doing it since 2018. You know what I mean? Almost a decade now. At the beginning, let it be ceremonial. Maybe go light a candle, Laura. You know what I mean? Like, get behind something. Maybe have like a wee altar. I know you have little kids like I do, and they go crazy with altars. So maybe like up on a windowsill, maybe it's like a crystal and a candle and something else, and it just represents your business. Okay. And you just go and it's your thing. The kids don't even need to know about it. And you go over there and you just silently pray at the window, and you're just connecting to the spirit of your business, and you're just waiting for it to come in. The more you do it, the faster you do it, the faster it pops in. And I see you nodding. So you got it. In the first call I did too, I did more about creating altars around it. So you can go back and watch the replay I have for connecting to the spirit of your business, like the big one I did in December. But for those of you that felt being a midwife for other people for ideas, right? And for those of you that know you are here to be a creatrix to help others, right? I am creating some next level creations. They're really certifications and teacher trainings for the woman who is really excited to and knows she's here to step in and step up as a creatrix, as the archetype of that creatrix. And it's bigger than coach. It's higher than coach. It's deeper than guide. This is the next level. This is the next era. People that will be wanting to have advice from you and channeling with you because you are a clear conduit for divine energy coming to the planet. I believe we are going to be inundated with ideas and energy and the way in which we want to live, the way the world is going and the way that we consciously want to create it. I call it the new earth. I've been calling it the new earth for a long time. Some people call it other things, whatever we're calling it. There are people that are going to rise up and be guides for this era. So I'm creating a whole teacher training around it. And this will be the certification for the idea incubator. My entire idea incubator is a 9-step system that goes from divinity to done, from dream to done, from idea to actual creation birth on the planet. And it was so popular when I made it last year. And so many people wanted to learn more about it that I promised myself come the spring, I would create a certification around it. So for all of you that are in the school, you are in. You get a full pass to be in it. I suggest going through the idea incubator now so that when the spring equinox comes, you guys can just start the certification with me right away. but I'm going to teach you how to be a guide and a conduit and help people birth their brilliance onto the planet and help them focus on whether it's, I know I'm using a lot of esoteric terms right now. Maybe it's just helping people with the one idea they need to focus on for how long it's going to take to make it on the planet and to be their guide and coach through this system, right? Because ideas deserve to be held properly. They deserve the incubator period, right? And your channel deserves protection. Not everyone needs this training. This is not for everyone, right? But some of you do. And some of you know you are here to help with this process, right? I don't have any pages. I don't have any links. I haven't publicly announced this at all. You guys on this call are hearing it first. But over the next few weeks, I'm going to have to start getting more information out there. I'm coming out with a whole teacher training. So if you're interested in it, I'll have the teacher training available as a standalone. It'll probably be around $1,000. You'll have to go through the idea incubator itself first, and then you can start the certification process. And the way you'll be able to get the full certification and teacher training from me will be to come out with your own case study. So all you'll have to do is find someone that you can run a case study on. You can do it for free, or you could charge someone. You could charge someone a half off deal if you know this is going to be a career pivot for you, right? If you know this is going to be something you want to add to your toolbox. A lot of us are teachers and guides, and we have so many certifications, right? But this is a new wave of certification. I am teaching you how to go way deeper than coaching. And coaching is very deep. I love coaching, right? But this is actually helping you become a safe, contained space to be a conduit for the divine energy coming to the planet. And I'm so excited to be kicking this off. So let me read these comments and then I'll just say the little bit closing part. I refer to myself as a midwife to the new culture. The certification, is it just for women helping other women with business? No, it doesn't even have to be about business. I really want it to be focused around ideas. A lot of women are being inundated with good ideas right now, and they don't know what to do with it. I teach you in the idea incubator where it gets stuck in your body, what the biggest blocks are in our body for it, and why we get stuck in those areas, and then how to overcome it. So thank you for asking that question, right? So I'm going to teach you in the certification how to bring people through a step-by-step process to bring it from 12th dimension to 3rd dimension on the planet. And I know you understand that on a consciousness level, right? And how to bring it from the divine form into material form. And I'm a walking example of that. This is how I create so many things, right? But now it's time for me to share that knowledge big time. So no, it could just be for women that have ideas, people that are like, I have ideas that want to come to me and through me. I see my path more for transformation and not necessarily business stuff. Absolutely. And you can take it. I mean, you're in the business school anyway, so you just get to be part of it if you want to be part of it, learn how to do it, and then see what that means. You're a birth doula, Ashley. You're a death doula. Like, this is going to be pretty fun for you because it is a transformational process. It is an initiation process. And the work you do is all of that, you know? Okay. Your business is alive, ladies. I hope by the end of this call, you have understood. Your business is alive. Your ideas are alive, and you are not meant to carry them alone. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your presence. Stay close. I'm doing cool things. You guys are on my email list. You will get a replay for everyone that's in the business school. Your replay will be in the library, maybe by today. I'm getting pretty good at putting all these things up right away. And for those of you that are not in the business school, you will get the email with the replay link in it. And I'm going to put the first one in there too, so you can see the difference between these first 2 calls. All right. I love you so much. I've got 30 minutes before I have my mastermind call with my ladies today. Can't wait for our mastermind call. I love you all so much. Thank you to everyone coming on. Thank you all. I love you, and I will see you soon.